everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will be talking about German culture shock that I experienced during my exchange program in Bremen, Germany. I already talked about some of my exchange experience on my previous video, so if you haven't watched it yet, you can click on the suggestion box on the top right of this video. Okay, so I have a list here on my notes. 7 culture shocks that kind of changed my habit and kind of make things look weird when I got back to Indonesia. So the first one is shops are closed on Sundays. This one really gave me a culture shock when I was in Germany because normally here in Indonesia, people usually go to the mall and stock up their groceries or just hang out on weekend. Well, of course, it can be either on Saturdays or Sundays. But my ideal image of the word Sunday is a perfect time, perfect moment to have a quality time with our friends and family because, sometimes we still have to work or we still have classes on Saturdays. So Sunday is really a free time to do whatever we want. And the second one, still about the shopping thing, is the shopping hour. This one kind of made me stressed at some points because lots of supermarkets close at 7 p.m. And so do department stores and the shopping malls. I mean, how can people go to the shopping malls that early? On weekdays, my school usually ends at 3 or 4 p.m. And then I took a rest and go to the mall at 6 or 7 p.m. And I can still buy things that I want to buy or just do another stuff without getting stressed out that people are closing their stores at the mall. But when I was in Germany, when it's getting dark outside, I feel like there's no use to plan to go to the department stores or the shopping malls. Because, this female nature thing, when you go somewhere, you can just buy things right away, but you have to explore everything in there and then decide which one you really want to buy. And this shopping hour in Germany really made me uncomfortable when I was in Germany, at least until I got used to it. But then after this new normal regulation and everything, I feel like all of my experience in Germany really made me feel prepared to face the fact that shopping malls are closed at 7 p.m. here in Indonesia. Okay, I feel like I opened this video with things that are very much at odds with things that are happening in my country. So the next one will be something that I wish to happen here in Indonesia, which is public transportation is free for students. So we have a semester ticket that function as our student card or student identity, and we have to bring it to our exam or any other school-related thing. But what I love the most from this card is that we can bring this card everywhere we go in the city, and we don't have to pay for the public transportation. It can be any public transportation. It can be the tram, the bus, even the train to some other cities nearby, and all of the public transportation are very clean and comfortable. This is really helpful for students, especially international students, because we can explore lots of places without having to pay for the transport. When I was in Germany, I visited lots of different cities on weekend, and sometimes I spend no money because I bring my lunch on my lunchbox. So this thing is really helpful. And this is one of the best things that I missed most from my exchange semester in Germany because here in Indonesia, my biggest expense, except for food, is for transportation. Of course, before quarantine and stuff. Related to the public transportation, another thing that I like, especially on the train, is the free of charge toilet. Because in public places, we have to pay 50 cents to €1 if you want to use the public toilet. Compared to the public toilet in my country, this is pretty expensive because in today's rate, I usually pay 10 to 20 cents just for the public toilet. Or sometimes it's free, so yeah. Okay, the next one is recycling plastic bottle for money. I've heard about this program before where we can exchange our plastic bottle for some eco-friendly goods, but in my country, I think most of them are held by independent program. When I was in Germany, there are some plastic bottles with a returnable bottle sign showing how much money we can get if we return the bottle. It can be exchanged in some supermarkets or in a money refund machine. It can be in a form of a discounted amount of money that we collect from the bottles or directly in cash. I rarely bought mineral water with this kind of sign when I was in Germany because I almost always use tap water because it's free. But a friend of mine usually collects some bottles that she found on her way and just exchanged them at the grocery store when she wanted to buy some things. And I think this is a very good way to reduce plastic waste because the system is more like you have a deposit in this bottle, which can be exchanged for money in the future if you return them. And it makes people want to collect all of the bottle and return them for money instead of just throwing them to the garbage. And I think it would be very great if we can apply that here. Okay, the next one is the grocery store. The line usually gets very long and the cashier scans everything really fast, which is really good. But we have a divider that divides one person's item to the other person's. And when it comes to me, especially when I bought lots of things, I sometimes got very nervous because I feel like everything works really fast and I have to be really, really fast to put my item in my bag after I pay them. In my country, the cashier usually put our stuff in our bag after they scan them, so we just have to pay and wait for it to be ready. But when I was in Germany, we have to put our stuff in our bag ourselves, which is really good because that's our items. But keeping up with the tempo of the scanner really made me nervous. Okay, the last one. One thing that actually changed my behavior is that people actually walk. In my home country, I would ride on my motorbike or car just to go to the supermarket that is less than 1 kilometer from my house. But when I was in Germany, I got used to walk for 20 minutes without feeling that it's far or whatever, because seeing other people walk really influenced me to walk as well. I feel like walking from my house in Germany to the train station for 20 minutes early in the morning because I want to catch the earliest train is a normal thing. Also, when I went home late and there was no tram left. And it really changed my behavior, at least until I got back to my old-time summer country. Okay, that's all that I can remember from last year's exchange program, which really made me feel culture shocked, both in a good way and a real shocked way. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and see you on my next video. Bye-bye.